Hello Virgo. We are using Lenormand's for the main spread, but they do have 4 other decks that, there are 4 other decks that we will be pulling some additional information that the angels have for you, and I will just list those below. We're not going to waste time covering who, and we'll fix these in a minute. Okay. And we will not waste time as to who and what those cards are, but if you're like, oh my gosh, I love that, just read below and you'll be able to see what decks that we're using today. Is that, oh, almost there. We're so close. Okay. All right. So this is a 9-card Lenormand spread. The way that this spread works with Lenormand's, we have this card in the center. This is the focus of the issue, the focus of the situation. They're saying the situation. And you have 5, which is tree. And the tree, it's all about, obviously, family tree, roots. But it's about our health, our well-being, our vitality. It's also can just be like life, you know, how are we feeling about life? It can be about growth. But they're saying that this is about establishing roots, you know, having, you know, someone wants to leave a legacy. They want to have a family. They want to establish something that can stand the test of time. They do keep saying legacy. So someone wants to have a family. They want to have these roots. They want to create a family, which is interesting because we've got this couple here. We've got the man and the lady. So the person that they are coupled with is not the person that they're wanting to establish roots with, wanting to build a family with. And the difficulties that they're going through right now, for some, have been affecting their physical health. Now, with regards as to what provoked this issue, what started the issue, we have the lady. Now, in this deck, this is the extended deck of the Lenormands, so there are 2 sets of, you know, the lady and man. So we do have the couple, because we don't have the opposite forms of them. But in this deck, these are, you know, the more powerful. This isn't the other set has, you know, the couples, the lady and the man, they're holding roses. But this is, you know, the couple that's very powerful. So, you know, she's very powerful. She's dressed in her finery. She, you know, is looking out the window. She's provoked him. So he's looking at his life. It's not where he wants it to be. He's not happy with life. He wants roots. He wants to have a family. He wants to create this. He wants to create the stability. He knows that it is not with her. However, she is what, okay, that's what it is. She is what is blocking him from having that. So he cannot have a relationship. He cannot, well, even that's not the case for some of them. But he can't get married. He can't have a solid foundation with someone until this is over. And the reason they're saying it's not the case for some, you see there's these 3 birds. So for a number of them, he's in this relationship. It has been founded on power, money, finances. There has been an element of love, romance. But it's not been a deep love. It's been a more sexually based, like, yeah, they're saying sexually based relationship. And for some, this was a committed relationship. It's been an open relationship. They've allowed other people in. An unconventional relationship, but that is not what he desires now. He's desiring something new. He's wanting to cross over to the other side, cross into something new, a new relationship. And he has someone in mind. For most, he has someone in mind. but she's the crutch. She's what's blocking it. Now, when doing this 9-card spread, you have these 3 cards are the past, present, future. So for the past, we have the Lady, the Bear, and the Book. So she is like the big boss. She is the dominant one. She has asserted control over him. For some, she's asserted control and was able to manipulate. Her manipulation tactics were sex, using her sexual will, sexual ways, luring him in. But there's a huge financial component to this. Divine Masculine, this is for you. So to know who I'm talking to, you have been lassoed in some relationship, partnership. There has been a financial component to this relationship with this woman. You want something more. You actually want a family. You want to establish roots. You want to have an ancestral line, a legacy. You desire that. You do not want it with her. She's overbearing. She's very controlling, very manipulative, and very controlling of finances, very focused on money, which she's looking at as money, meal ticket, money. And for some of you in the recent past, you discovered, like there was some financial audit reviewing the books, you discovered that she was hiding money, lying about money, deceiving you about money. Some of you, it even could have been you found out she's just simply using you for money. But this is again the past. You've discovered that. You know that. And for some of you, you've known that for a long time, but you've just kind of let it ride. Just let it go. And for some of you, this cycle, this cyclical relationship that you've had with her, it's been the same thing for years. So there's been these memories, they're like showing me a faulty, broken, dysfunctional foundation that the two of you have had for years. This is just how it's always been. And any time that you have tried to free yourself from it in the past, she comes and she swats you down with that big old paw, pulls out those claws. Oh, hell no, get back here. Where do you think you're going? Which is kind of interesting because for some of you, she's been okay with you being in relationships with others, but still wanting to be the queen bee, asserting her control. For some of you, you did try to romantically disentangle. But you've still been pulled back. Some of you have even been she's been trying to pull you back recently. For those of you have a business with her, you discovered, the lying about money, the deception about money. She was cooking the books. She was totally cooking the books, making you think it was one thing when it was totally something else. Hiding money, lying about things. Now, for some of you, interesting thing when we look at this card, the Book, whatever is to the side of the spine is what's unknown, what the secret is. And when we line cards up with the enormous, so this would be 1, 2, 3 for past, 1, 2, 3 for present. So these cards would actually fall behind the Book. So for some of you, she is your secret. So for some of you, it could be a situation where, because you've got these 3 birds, maybe, there's a third person in the mix. Okay. So again, this is general readings for thousands of you. So for some of you, that third person is the one that you actually want to build roots with. You want to start a family with. You want to build a solid foundation with. And this one that you have been lassoed, connected to, she has been your dirty secret. Maybe you're the one that you want to be with knew there was something, but you made it appear it was something else. You made it appear it was something oh so innocent. Oh, we're just friends. We're pals. We're like brother and sister. There's nothing here, nothing going on. When in fact the whole time there has been. There has been sexual relations going on, and there's been this money. It's like a codependency financial thing between the two of you. But she was your dirty secret. She was the little secret that you were keeping. You were making it appear one way when you knew it was not that way. But now you're wanting to move forward. You're wanting to move. So in the present, you've got ship, tree, and clouds. So You're wanting to go the distance. You're wanting to go in a new direction. You're wanting to establish roots. You're wanting to start a family. You're also wanting to feel better about yourself in your life because you're not happy with this. This is not what you want in a relationship. Some of you, they're saying you're actually disgusted with it. You're disgusted with the fact that you've stayed in it for so long. You're disgusted with the fact that how in the world did I let her treat me like that? How could I have been so deceived? I mean, I got played real bad. But that's how con men, con women work. It happens to both females and males. It happens to all of us. But you're not yet sure how things, okay, so you want to move in a new direction. You want to change things. Some of you want to go the distance with someone new. You don't want things the way they are. You're ready to change things. You're ready to move in a direction opposite of her. Because you notice the ship is moving that direction away from her. You want to move away from her, but you're not sure how to do it. You haven't worked things out in your mind like, okay. And some of you, the thing is that you haven't worked out yet is you want a guarantee that's going to be okay. You're like, okay, I need an absolute guarantee because I've been in this mess for so long. This is all I've known. Yes, it's like hell on earth, but it's all I've known. What if things are going to be way worse when I go the opposite direction? So you've got all this confusion and you're not taking those steps. And in the meantime, it's impacting your health negatively. So for a number of you, you have had, because this has been so stressful, when you look at health problems, physical conditions that are caused by stress, it is a long laundry list. So you now have a number of physical ailments and conditions that have been caused by her in this dysfunctional, toxic relationship that you have with her. Because it's not over. Because again, they're a couple, you're partnered with her. Whether you're married, whether it's just some committed thing. Obviously, it's not too committed because sexually you allow other people, but there is this sexual element. But you are partnered with her, period. And she's what's blocking you from actually getting the happiness, getting the things that you desire. But you're fearful as to how things will work out. Now, in the future, you have the anchor, of course yourself, and you have the scythe. So the anchor, it's all about stability, dependability, immutability, things that are unchangeable, the same situation, the same routine. So you have been in the same toxic situation with her over and over and over and over. But what does the scythe do? The scythe quickly, suddenly, rapidly, unexpectedly, changes things. So you are going to be changing things. You have hitched your wagon to her. You've hitched it to her for many years. For most of you, I mean, many, many, many years. They're saying, for some of you, could go clear back to, your early days, fresh out of high school, fresh out of college. But in the future, you are going to be pulling up your anchor and heading in a new direction, but it's going to be very, very quick. Now, the interesting thing is with the scythe, whatever direction the blade is going is what's going to be cut out. So let's see. Whip. 2. Okay. Lexi wants to say hi to everyone. Okay, I'm going to move these up for 1 second. Okay, so again, what is it that you're going to be cutting out so quickly? Now, you should be able to see these. Now, I was talking about there's two men, 2 ladies, 2 men in this deck. Here's the other guy. This is what you are cutting out. What's going to very abruptly be cut. Now, the interesting is we have the whip or rod, some people call it, you got the man, lily, and the path choice. So this relationship with her has been very repetitive. Again, same thing as this, repetitive cycle. It's been filled with a lot of arguments, a lot of conflict, strife. There's been verbal abuse, verbal beatings, talking down, talking poorly. But that's what people do when they try to control, manipulate us. They make us feel bad about ourselves. They make us think that, okay, we're stuck. There's nothing better. It's not going to get any better. But it's also, this card's about sexuality, the rod. So this relationship has been a sexually based relationship. Again, for some of you, that's how she has been able to lure you in. And then here's the man where he's waiting for his partner. He's the romantic guy. He's waiting for love. Okay. Let me move these so you can see this visual real quick that they're showing me. Okay, so this is choice. Here's you stuck in the middle. You've got these two choices, these two paths. So this is like permanent, a permanent relationship, a committed relationship, a relationship that will stand the test of time. It's also a card that means purity, something that's pure. So for most of you, you do know the woman that you want to be with, who will in fact make your dreams come true. For a large number of you, you are in fact twin flames. You know who she is. That relationship's pure. This card can also be like father, protector of the family. You want to be in that relationship with her. You want to start a family. You want to be a father of her children. That is a relationship that is pure, that is not filled with the toxicity, that is not founded solely on sex, power, control, and greed. They're saying virtuous, like virtuous man, like you want to feel proud of yourself. Again, coming back to that legacy thing, you're not proud of this relationship with her, this dirty secret, this toxic relationship that you've had for so long. It doesn't make you proud. You don't want to be in it. You don't want to be tied to it. You want something conventional. You want a relationship with someone where you can build. A number of you actually want to be fathers, but you want something that's pure. You want the relationship for love, not for power, but for love. This relationship has been founded on money, greed, sex, finances. You're now wanting something that's built on true, actual love, truly caring about someone, not feeling like you're being used. And someone who has nothing but, kind things to share and say to you. Do people and couples have arguments? Yes, any couple's going to, twin flames are going to have arguments. That's just what's going to happen. But that love is unconditional. It's always there. Twins don't rip each other apart and take satisfaction in it. That doesn't happen. They also don't lie to each other. She has lied to you tremendously. You're the one that you desire, your divine feminine, has not lied to you. You are seeing these differences. So what's going to be cut out? You have been stuck in this toxic relationship, partnership with this woman. You're going to cut out swiftly this waiting. So you've been waiting. See, your back is turned to the one that you're going to be choosing. Because again, you're choosing between, do I stay with the one I have been with, who I'm still focused on, still looking at her. I'm still focused on her. Let's see if I can find the other card. Here's his partner. I'm not even paying attention to her. I'm solely focused on the one I've got the sexual connection with, money, greed, power, control, all this. My back is turned to the one that matters, the one that I want. But that is swiftly going to rapidly change. You are going to be, they're saying, let's just put this back in random. Okay. You are going to, girls, Lexi. Apparently Lexi believes it's a good choice. Shh. You are going to be very quickly changing, cutting out a sexual relationship, moving in the direction of a relationship with true meaning and depth. You're going to be rapidly making that choice. You're no longer going to be continuing to wait. Because you do want love. You've been waiting for that because you've been waiting for this to get over. For some of you, you're stuck in like an ugly legal battle with her. That's not been pretty. But you are nearing the end. But that's what you're cutting out. You're cutting out the sexual relationship. You're cutting out the sitting and waiting and not having the relationship you desire with the person who is going to be the one that you're going to build the foundation with. You're no longer waiting. That's your future. Because your future is you're going to stop this going in circles, this insanity that you've had with this person for years. It's going to be over. And it's been a very unconventional relationship, they're saying, because also this path card, it's one of the other messages about this is, obviously choices, but it's also an unconventional lifestyle. So you are going to cut out this unconventional lifestyle, this relationship that you've had with her that's been founded on sex. For some of you, you've also stayed in it because you have felt as though you were protecting her. You had to protect her. You had to take care of her. Because for some of you, her manipulation tactic was, hey, oh, you know, woe is me. I can't make it without you. I need your help. I need your assistance. And I've got health problems, money problems. And so you've stayed there to be the good guy taking care of things. But you're cutting that out. Now, again, this is your future row. Because right now, you're just like, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm not happy. I want something new. But you're not taking action on it yet. However, in the very near future, they're saying you are going to be taking action on it. Some of you are going to be busting out of the gate. Now, some of you, you're still going to be delaying your happiness. They're saying for a number of you, it is affecting your health so much. Not only are you miserable, but your health is being impacted. And for some of you, the one that you know is the one, well, she's contemplating sending her ship in a new direction, or has begun that process already, heading in a direction opposite of you, because she has been waiting for so long for you to cut this stuff to come in her direction that she's no longer waiting. They're saying time is limited. Time is short. You've been sitting on the fence for way too long. And the time has come for you to make a decision, but take action on that decision. Because for a number of you, they're saying you've already made the choice. You just haven't done anything about it. Now, for some of you, it could be, in fact, maybe you do, because this is also ancestral DNA. It could be she could be doing some black magic on you. So maybe you should get in a group twin flame healing session, or the general healing session, because that'll remove any black magic, curses, implants, things that have been done. Because if you're a twin flame, there is a lot of she is a low vibrational being, whatever type of being she may be, and there are curses. I mean, we are in the midst of a spiritual war, so those things will be removed so you can actually move forward. But thankfully, you will be moving forward in the immediate future. And it's going to be swift, rapid. You're just going to be like, I'm not doing this anymore. I will not sit and tolerate this any longer. Now, as far as the basic issue, we've got this card 1, the lady, card 9, which is your scythe, card 3, which is the anchor, and 7, the book. So she doesn't want things to change, because the basic issue is your situation with her is going to be very quickly, rapidly changing. No longer, because again, what's going to be coming after the scythe? We've got this. This card's all about, you know, something that's unchangeable, something that's stuck. So your situation with her is going to be rapidly, swiftly cut, removed. You're no longer going to be in the situation with her. You're no longer going to be stuck in this routine, because you now have gained the knowledge, the wisdom. You see things for what it is. Most of you do see things for what it is. There's still some confusion, because for some of you, she still is able to control, manipulate you, still able to pull you back, still able to also cause you confusion. But that's about to clear for you. Now, as far as what is hidden, you have the ship, the bear, the man, and the clouds. So you have been uncertain on ending things, on moving in a new direction, of getting out of this cycle, because that's it, because of money. Because the bear card, it's also, you know, it's strength, it's our personal power, it's the maternal mother card, but it's also resources, capital, money, finances. So the hidden issue for most of you, why you are still stuck in this, you are concerned about money, you're concerned about finances. So for a number of you, you have assets that have to be split. It can be properties, you have a business, and you are fearful about how things are going to turn out financially. You're worried about a financial transfer. For some of you, you are worried about settlement. Things not turning out in your favor, but it's money. You're so worried about finally being done with her because of money. But money's going to be fine. Unbeknownst to you, money is going to be perfectly fine. You don't have any worries with money. Now, yeah, the rest of the cards are just saying the same thing. Your situation with her that's been unmovable, unchangeable, unshakable, been constant for years, this constant cycle, is about to change. And it is going to be changing things for you for the better. It's going to be changing because you are going to be finally stepping into your power. You're going to be taking back your power. You're going to be determined. You're going to be taking the action steps to bring yourself to a place of health, better health again, but to also bring yourself to that place of having, like, I'm sure you can see this rainbow. You want to get to your treasure. You want to get and put all this stuff behind you and start building a foundation with the one. You want your treasure trove. You want the treasure chest. You want the happiness. You want the joy. You want all these things. And when you step into your power, and when you cut, because again, this card right here is what's provoked, what's causing the issue. The issue, you want happiness and you're not there because she's blocking you. When you step into your power, you cut her out, you stop that, then you're going to get this. And because of the past with her, also because of the secrets they're saying, because this row here, some of you, you're afraid to move forward with your divine feminine because you're going to have to share the secret about her with your divine feminine. And you're fearful that, okay, once I clear the air with the one that I desire, with the one I want to be with the one that I will be able to build a foundation with, and I share my secret about her, is she going to cut me out? But they're telling you to not fear that. This is the crutch. This is the thing that's got you stuck. When she is gone, when this is finally over, you're going to have the happiness. You are going to receive your treasure trove. You are going to, also your health is going to be repaired, restored, they're saying. Everything will be righted. The wrongs will be righted. Yeah, okay. Okay, so for some of you that want to know, because I'm hearing some of you, what were you just looking at? So I was looking at the cards on the bottom of the deck. We have mice. You see how these mice, they slowly eat away at everything. She has slowly eaten away at you for years and years and years. For a number of you, you own properties together. Maybe your business is owning properties. Maybe you're in real estate together. But you've built this home. You've built this foundation with her. Although some of you are not married, because again, you've got this open thing going on for some of you. But you've got this like foundation. And it's been difficult. It's been a mountain to climb. You want to get free. You want to get away from it because that's not love. You want to get to love. And for a number of you, you have met your divine feminine. You want to go in her direction because this card can often mean the other woman. You want to move in the direction of the other woman who is in fact the one, the right one for you, the one where there is true love. And it is in fact time for that, but it's all up to you. You're the one that has to take the action steps. You're the one that has to cut out the one that is blocking you from everything that you desire. No one's going to do that for you. And we all have free will. But when we get so many signs, because you're getting a number of signs, this time. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. So they want me to pull you some cards from these decks, but they want them to remain upside down until we flip them over. Surprise. Okay. So back to the signs. So, okay. So you're getting all these signs. You're getting hit with signs, synchronicities, and, you know, it's undeniable. But you're still not making the changes. No matter how many signs they're saying, so no matter how many signs they give you, you're still not taking action. You're still staying stuck in misery. They're trying to give you signs to move in the new direction. They're trying to give you signs to get you to finally officially end things with her. They're saying, do they have to come out and like draw you a Picasso? How many more signs do they need to give you? I mean, my angels, my team, they have face palmed so many times with me, like, what the hell is wrong with you? Do we have to punt kick you in that direction to make you finally do what is going to bring you all the things that you desire? Why are you resisting so much? What do we have to do for you to finally get it so you can stop being miserable? They've been like that with me on a number of different things in my life. That's where they're at with you. You're miserable. You're unhappy. The only thing you've got to do to get to the other side is to get rid of this relationship, this person that you've held on to as like a safety blanket for years. But you know that. So for those of you that this message is for, this is not a surprise. You know that. You're just resisting out of fear. And a number of you, it's fear about money. And they keep saying, you don't have anything to worry about with money. For the love of God, let go. And for some of you, the sex with the one that you've, because for some of you that, you know, you already know who your divine feminine is, you've already been intimate with her. And the sex with her is so much better than it ever was with her. But they've given you a lot of signs. You're delaying your destiny is what they're saying. You are the only one who is delaying your destiny. And they're saying that it is a pivotal time. It can't be delayed any longer. Because the one who will bring you the happiness, she's angling her ship to go in a different direction. You don't want to miss that ship. Okay, so these are the angels' recommendations. Okay. Okay, they're saying and additional information. All right. Okay, we're going to overlap some of these. We're running out of space. Okay, so there's some of you divine feminine who you have hung in this whole time to listen to this reading, because I was asking, what is this? This doesn't make any, this is not aligned at all with this reading, nor with any of these other cards. This is for you, divine feminine. Those of you that are twins, this is your twin. You are the ones who are stepping on that other ship. You're like, screw this, I'm not waiting anymore. I've been waiting for him to get his act together and head in this direction for far too long. Over it, not waiting anymore. Got to go. I'm ready to set roots. I'm ready to have a family. I am ready to do these things. He just doesn't seem to want that. Doesn't call, doesn't write. All he's doing is focused on the wrong one. So you know what? I'm focusing on my future. I'm going to step up on my ship. I'm out. This card's for you. So for those of you that have hung in here, ladies, this long, this card is your card. So, oh, they're also saying for some of you, I'm hearing that you're upset, like, why another message for the divine masculine? Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to be in union with your divine masculine, you need him to get rid of his dead weight so that he can come in your direction. Many divine masculines are now listening to these readings. They are fully awakened. They know what's going on. They need encouragement to take steps just like you needed encouragement to take steps. They're at that pivotal point. So if the angels are giving messages for you, that's not going to help him do what he needs to do to come in your direction. So I don't get to choose the messages. Whatever messages the angels bring is what they're going to bring. Right now, what is most important is for him to get the messages he needs to help give him the assurance that it's all going to be okay. For him to take that leap of faith away from hell into the things that are going to be good, into the union, the relationship with you. He needs the messages right now. That's what's most important at this time, because you want him in your direction. Now for the other, there's some others of you that, you know, make some comments. I'm done with him. I don't want anything to do with him anymore. I'm over it. He's waited too long. Well, why are you still listening to twin flame readings? You know you love him. You know you want to be with him. We do need to remember our words hold power. So if you are putting out there, I don't want to be with him anymore, well, then you're not going to be with him. And even though your heart longs for it and you still want it, which is why you listen to these readings, you're energetically pushing it away and creating a block. So if you do truly want to be with your twin, it would probably be good for you to do some clearing to clear away any of those blocks that may have been put up out of frustration with things not coming to fruition yet. To remove those blocks and be, you know what? Okay, God, I do love him. I really do love him with all that I am. And I ask that you finally, for the love of God, get the show on the road. Get things moving. And put out that that's, you know, what it is that you want to manifest. Because you get a card, ladies. See, look, you get a message. This is your card. Think things through. Because so many of you right now, you're dating. Some of you have got some serious offers. Some of you even have proposals that have just popped in from someone that's not your twin, not your other half. And you're like, well, since he can't seem to end these things and come in my direction, it just appears that it's just, okay, fine. I'll go with option B. And others of you, you're like, okay, I don't have the option B yet, but I am fully focused on it. I am headed and forget it. This is taking way too damn long. I am full speed ahead in an opposite direction. You might want to rethink that because he is so close. And that's all they have for you, ladies. Okay, now back to the Divine Masculine. These are yours. So you have this first card, which is Live Life to the Fullest. Hi, Miss Allie. Now, let me make sure. Oh, yeah, you can see that. Okay, so okay. They want me to read the book. Where's the book? Hold on a sec. Oh, okay. Oh, and of course, this one's not even alphabetical order. Give me a second. While I'm looking for it, you want to be happy. You want joy. You want love. You want a foundation. It's not with her. You know that. But it's about allowing yourself and having the courage and the strength, okay, to take that leap of faith in the new direction, to truly let her go for good. Because for a number of you, this is what you've known for so long. And we're creatures of habit. We are. I mean, we go to a restaurant, we'll order the exact same meal at the same restaurant that we have ordered for 12 years. Heaven forbid we try something new. What if they mess it up? What if it doesn't taste right? We never consider, what if it's the best freaking thing I've ever tasted? Oh my gosh, what if it blows my mind? But no, we can't even contemplate that. We've got to do the same thing we've always done. In order for you to have this happiness and joy that you desire, you need to take that leap of faith. They're not going to paint you a Picasso. Okay, so this book for this card says, what aspects of life are you avoiding? Where do you hold yourself back out of fear of the unknown or past conditioning? What experiences do you wonder about, long for, and envy? Your divine energy is calling you to break out of your habitual self-identity and routine and directly experience all that beckons you in life. Your divine invitation, have the courage to challenge yourself to the fullest and to pursue your passions without reservation. Earthly existence ends soon enough, so don't throw it away by keeping yourself from experiencing it to the hilt. Dream big and live large. This is your playground, and you write the rules. Don't sit on the sidelines watching the days go by. This is your time. This is your time. The time is ripe. It's ripe for the plucking, ripe for the seizing. it's time. You just have to reach out and go for it. And that's not in the book. Those are just things that they're saying. Now, next card that you have is Thunder, which is interesting because I'm hearing that song. Oh, I think it's just titled Thunder by Dragons. Imagine Dragons. So, it's a song, you know, Feel the Thunder. I'll put the little link below so you guys can listen to it. But it's a song about this guy who overcomes, you know, his challenges in order to make his dreams come true. That's where you're at. Here's your challenge. You're so close to overcoming it. And when you overcome it, your dreams are in fact going to come true. But this card, I don't know if you can see this herd of buffalo right here. It's kind of like a herd of buffalo. It's something huge. It's loud. It's thunder. Like if herd of buffalo goes running by, it's like thunder, thunderous loud. But that's because, you know, it's kind of like, so legends would talk about, you know, these beings and that, you know, they would be calling your attention because of these great happenings, these changes that are meant to happen. So this change, you feel it, you know it, you feel it in your soul, you feel it down deep in your bones. You know that this change is coming. You know that this, you also know that this is the pivotal thing that's going to change your life, because no matter, they're saying for a number of you, no matter how badly you desire the relationship with your feminine, no matter how much you desire having this relationship that's founded on true unconditional love, having a family, having solid roots, you're also terrified about it. Because that is going to change your way of being, your way of life. But you know, she's had similar fears too. For a number of you, you look at your divine feminine, she's not been living with someone. It's going to be a complete change in her lifestyle as well. But you'll both get through those changes together. You'll navigate them together flawlessly, seamlessly. But it's still a huge change. Because for a number of you, this person, you haven't even been living together. You've been at a distance from each other. So you've been living this bachelor life. And for those of you that it's, you know, she's allowed an open relationship, you've been living the bachelor life, which you're not proud of and you want to change, but you've been doing that. You don't want that anymore, but at the same time, you're like, ooh, this is a big change. So you know the second that this happens, bam, your life has changed forever. But you just need to remind yourself it's changing for the better. Because when thunder happens, like if here in Ohio, we're about to have some serious thunderstorms here, it can be frightening. The Yorkies, they will dive under blankets because they're scared. But at the same time, it's awesome. At the same time, they'll pop their little heads out because they want to look through the blinds and they will look out the glass and check it out because it's so cool. So this change, it's frightening. Like thunder. It's going to come down and crack and change your life, but it's awesome because it's going to change it for the better. This change is dramatic. It's huge. It is divinely set in motion. It can't be stopped. Again, back to those signs. This is something that God is pushing you toward. God and all your angels, they are pushing you toward this happiness, this union, this destined relationship. They're shoving you away from this person who's done nothing but suck your happiness. They're bringing you to these amazing, wonderful opportunities. They're bringing you into this new adventure. It's going to be an adventure. It's something to look forward to. But the thing is for you is that you just have to go with it. You have to allow it. You have to be flexible. You have to be willing. Because for some of you, you're just still also stuck like, hey, I didn't want this. I didn't say I wanted this to happen. But your destiny, it's on its way. It's roaring in. Ready or not, here it comes. Here she comes. There are thousands of angels pushing this through, which is why you get smacked with signs and synchronicities all the time. The one who is your destiny, you're hearing her name. You're hearing songs that make you think of her. You're hearing people use her name. You may be even seeing her. That's your destiny. All you need to do is be ready for it and take the necessary action steps that you are being called to take at the appropriate times. And right now you're being called to allow this to go, to take the leap of faith. You have this card, the Hanged Man. At the bottom it says Angel Prophecy. It is time for you to detach, because you've been the hangman. You're just hanging out, not doing anything. You know you're miserable. You know you're not happy. You know what you want and you desire, but you're not doing anything about it. You're like this guy. You know what? I'm just going to hang out. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to continue to have blood rushing to my head and almost going to black out because of all my health problems, not doing so well right now, but I'm not going to do a thing. They're encouraging you. It is time to detach from this situation. It is time to break free. It is time to get out of this toxic cycle, this toxic pattern. And for some of you, it's also toxic beliefs, because you have thought you can't be free of her. You thought, oh my gosh, well, I'm stuck. I've just got to do it. You know, I told her dad I would do this. I told her grandpa. I told her mom I would do this. You know, I got to stay stuck in misery. You're not chained to her. You know, you're chained and hooked to a tree. A dead tree, for that matter. There's no life coming from the tree that you've built with her, the foundation, the roots that you've established with her. For some of you, you may own properties, but there's no life to it. You've latched yourself to something that's dying, that's dead, that is over. But there's not another character in her that's got you tied down. It is time for you to stop waiting, they're saying. You are going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. You will also have the finances you need. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and at the bottom it says abundance, which means blessings in financial matters, blessings with money. You have financial abundance coming in. You don't know that yet, but you will not find that out until you let go and take that leap of faith. And it's not an easy thing for us to do. Okay. So, they want me to let you know about my financial stuff. So, many of you know I had a rocket blow up 20 feet from me in Afghanistan. Threw me over 60 feet. It was a near-death experience. I came back. Lots of health issues. I was told 3 years ago by the Air Force that they were going to have to medically retire me. And at that point, when we were recovering my medical records, they at that point only had my MRIs for my back. They didn't have everything else yet. There was only a piece of it. But when the nurse looked at it, who'd been there for many years, and the other nurse who'd been there for many years, they were shocked. The one told me, she said, I've been doing this for 20 some years. I have never, ever seen a back as bad as yours. There's no way that we're going to be able to keep you. You will be retired. And I'm like, well, my surgeons don't know how I'm walking. So yeah, it's really bad. I've been telling you guys my back is really bad. But they only had that little piece. But it sent this terror through me that day when they told me that I would be retired. Because my first thought was, how am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to financially, you know, I have a certain lifestyle. I like where I live. I like what I drive. How am I going to be able to take care of myself and provide for myself? I was terrified. But I didn't find out anything on the finances until after I was retired. But I also, like you, I didn't have a choice. There was no choice in the matter. Like it or not, you will be retired. God's like, oh, no, no, no. You're done. You've done enough service to the military. It's over. Now, granted, it was a lengthy process. I had no control. You have no control over this ending. This is toxic. This is bad for you, which is interesting because that Imagine Dragons group that sings that song Thunder, in their video, I'm pretty sure in their video that they have some creatures that look like reptilians, because for some of you, she's a reptilian, which is why you've had curses and black magic and all these things done. But God's divinely taking you and disconnecting you from this. It's nothing but toxicity. She's a lower vibrational being. This is not good for you at a soul level and even at a physical level. Look at how much it's affected your health. So it's being the ending is being divinely orchestrated. When my ending was being divinely orchestrated from the Air Force, I, like you, was fighting. I'm like, no, 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 no. But this is my income. This is my livelihood. No, 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 God, you can't take this from me. You cannot take this from me. And they said no. And when I was first recovering my records and had to go pick them up, they were telling me, oh, well, and when you're retired, and I said, I'm not being retired. They're like, oh, yes, you are. You'll be glad when it's all done. No, I'm not being retired. I can't be retired. No, no, God, don't have me be retired. I can't. for those of you that don't know, I have severe traumatic brain injury, and that's when my spiritual gifts open. I start hearing voices. My TBI doctor, who's the #1 in the country, for anyone else that's experiencing TBI, they obviously wanted me to share this for a reason. So some of you out there may be blast survivors, or you may have had some traumatic brain injury. If you have moderate or severe TBI, it is known in the medical community, oftentimes you will be opened up to the spiritual realm. The reason that medically happens is because parts of our brain that should have kept us functioning, so maybe the part of our brain that, should have kept our heart pumping, was killed off when we experienced the blast or whatever it was that damaged our brain. So the only thing that keeps us alive is the fact that our spiritual side kicks in. So like my doctor said, years down the road when I pass away and they dissect my brain, they'll find that I should have been dead when the blast happened. I'm only alive because my spiritual side kicked in. So there are some of you that are listening to this video right now that do have TBI, and being divine masculine, it's often harder. Being military, I know a number of guys that have similar experiences to me. When you start hearing voices, it does cause some concern, but there's no reason to be concerned. It's normal. It's actually the only blessing you get from TBI, even as my doctor told me, and she's one of the best in the country. But it's a good thing. It's a blessing. So we are connected to that spiritual side. That is what keeps us alive, and that's why then we get that connection, that hearing, the clairaudience, and all these things with the spiritual side. So whomever needed that message, it's okay. It's a good thing. Look at it as a blessing and gift. But I was terrified. They were going to retire me. I could not stop it at all. I didn't even know what my finances were going to be. I still to this day don't know firmly what all my finances are going to be. I'm going to be finding out in the next week to 2 weeks what my combat pay is, my CRSC. I don't know what that is yet. But the money that I do know right now, I can tell you, I make more in retirement than I made when I was working. God blessed me financially. I'm also receiving some back pay, and I will be able to go buy a house when I receive my back pay. God has blessed me financially. God is going to be blessing you financially. So even though you are, because for a large number of you, the main reason you've not let her go is money, finances. But they are wanting you to know you do not have anything to worry about financially. You are about to be blessed financially. It doesn't look like it right now. It did not look like it when I was nearing retirement. I did not know how much I was going to be receiving for my active duty Air Force retirement pay. I did not know my CRC. I did not know what the numbers were. And I was blindly pushing retirement. I went without pay for a couple months. And then now, slowly, over time, I'm finding out what my pay in different areas is going to be. And I now receive more than when I worked. God bless me. God is about to bless you financially. You just need to trust that. That's all you have to do. You just have to trust. And I get it's not an easy thing when it comes to our money. Not an easy thing. It's funny, this card was talking about flexibility. You've got this card, flexibility. They don't even want me to read the bottom. They want me to read the book, and you've got clarity. But you do need to be flexible. This, thankfully, is in alphabetical order. Okay, flexibility. Today, when the storms of life come blowing, I will bend with them, but not break. I will be brave and let go of the shore with courage. I will not be caught up with the things I cannot change, but focus on what I can and flow. I will swim in the great sea of life and not be afraid, because the winds of positive change are on my side. Because they are. And the last thing is clarity. Today I will be myself in a world that is constantly trying to make me something else. I will remember my true self and honor him or her. I will walk away from all of the confusion, drop illusions, and remember this truth. I am a powerful being. I have a clear mind, and I am a miracle in this world. You are a miracle, guys. You are about to experience some amazing miracles. All you need to do is allow the old to fall away so that they can bring in your blessings. And they have a lot of blessings in store for you. So I do hope that that helped all of you. Wishing you lots of love, joy, and blessings.